you and your manager took Blue Chews together?
High fives.
That is crazy.
Oh,
I got to talk to your manager. That is nuts.
Yeah, I got to get a refill.
Yeah.
You on the Blue Chews?
I mean, if you got some, shoot them.
I didn't think they work. I just don't think they work.
Buddy, you got to crunch them up and snort them. That's really the way.
I was doing it wrong.
It's like a whole different level.
I was
Are we
doing it wrong.
rolling?
Hey, man.
Are we rolling?
I was doing it as a suppository.
I guess there's no intro needed because he wants to crush up Blue Chews and snort them. You want, what do you want, Viagra?
I don't
You know
do,
what a depository? Suppository.
Okay, Blue
He
Chews.
don't know. He don't know. What that means.
Come on, he knows.
He don't know.
What is it?
Suppository?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, wow.
Luke, that joke went over his head.
Yeah, it went under his head.
Luke, how many Viagras did it take you in Dubai to do what you needed to do?
I just do beet juice. All Viagra
Beet
is
juice.
and all these things are all they are vasodilators. They literally all they are is vasodilators. If you have enough circulation, you can pump. You can stand up whenever you want.
Someone get the doctor. Someone get the doctor.
So
water.
what you do? You
Dr.
drink
Luke with the
beet juice?
boner pills.
Is it
Hell
beet-
yeah.
is it
Listen,
beet juice?
I'm telling you, bud,
Yeah, beet
I don't need much.
No, I really want to know.
Well, and I'm just saying, like, some, what are you saying, vasodilators?
It's a vasodilator. It's the oxygenation in your blood.
Bro, I
That's all
mean,
it is.
you know, you just some beet juice and some liquor store boner pills and you're straight.
Hey, he's right though. Those rhinos at the
Bud,
fucking liquor store.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Dude, you punch
You
a
take the
hole
black
in somebody.
rhinos?
I took it once before. Man, she gave me a headache though. I left that shit alone.
Black rhino, shit, that's too much. The blue, I mean, listen here. I don't know who you guys are sponsored by, but I mean, this is the weirdest start to a podcast I ever had. A bunch of providers talking about their boners.
Bro, this is locker room talk. You know?
Providers.
Okay, yeah.
Providers. Wait, so you go into 7-Eleven, you get the Rhino Black.
Nah,
First of all,
I'm just
hold on. We have
talking
a
shit.
legend in the house. Why are we not even introducing
Do the
Hey,
intro. Do the intro.
look.
Host of Bully Beatdown. Let's
Listen,
just start
nobody
with that.
needs that. I don't need an intro.
Yeah, let's intro.
Mayhem and Rampage. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what's
everybody
he-
been asking.
Wait, what's
everybody
he-
been asking.
I know.
I heard about, I was like, you guys are misspelling Jackson's name. What the fuck? And then I was like, oh, he's got a show. Thank you for Google. Yeah. But
Do
yeah.
the intro. Do the
No,
intro.
it's Mayhem Miller. He's on the Black Rhinos, Rampage on the Blue Chews,
the
and
fuck?
Luke took 2 Viagras, and now everybody's trying to measure whatever they want to measure. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How did we start this podcast off with all of you guys snorting Blue Chews?
It's the craziest thing. Me and
Look like a
Mayhem.
Blue
He
Chew.
looks like a blue chew.
Yeah, he looks like a Blue Chew.
God damn.
You 3 shades away from looking like a Viagra. Pull up the photo of a
chew on
Viagra.
his dick then. Fuck yeah.
You want me to chew on your dick?
Whoa.
Don't
That
ask
is
him twice.
crazy.
Guys,
Don't
stop
ask him
chasing
twice.
them.
Yeah.
Stop chasing them
Hey,
down
this
these gay
table
rabbit
just-
holes.
I know. Hey, one thing about me and Mayhem,
Slim
we
Jim, step into a Slim
Oh
Jim.
my.
we train together for years, and we just talk about the weirdest thing while we train.
I
But
can
no,
see.
but
That
this guy
just got weirder.
This
That-
guy is playing gay chicken to the point where you guys gonna be fucking. No, I
Nah,
know.
fuck
Snap
that
into
game.
a Slim Jim.
Nah, fuck that. I don't play that game.
Who is
He
this
wins.
guy?
He wins.
Listen, an icon in MMA. We are so excited to have you here. I'm glad that we could finally get
I'm
you
really
to
proud to
Jackson
be
House.
here. You guys are doing something really big. I see that you're just constantly getting legends of the sport on the man. It's just I'm really proud to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
God bless
we've
you
been
guys.
we've been waiting on you.
I
Yeah, I didn't know your situation because you remember the last time I saw you.
yeah,
you
sort
remember?
of. It's like
Sorta.
pretty blurry. You know what I mean? There were some pills involved, some alcohol. Like,
Bro, bro, the day started off really good. You came to my house. You moved into my neighborhood. And look, we was just I was hanging at the house playing video games. You drinking the liquor in my liquor cabinet. I just told you, hey, just don't drink the absinthe. And I said, you have whatever you want there. Don't drink the absinthe. And we were just hanging out. Then he went in my backyard. I think he wanted to smoke some weed or something. And, I had some big dogs back there. He said, hey, your dog's taking shits in the backyard. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. My kids will come get that shit up. He said, no, fuck that. And he went out there cleaning up my backyard.
I couldn't even walk around. Bro.
There wasn't that much
Buddy,
shit. Don't put that on me.
you were jammed into the video game world, bro. I don't know. You were playing Fork Knife or something. You were just like stuck. Your eyeballs were like just taped open. You were just playing video games. And bro, like you would talk shit with me for a little while. And you were like, oh, the game. And you were just focused.
I was playing Rainbow Six Siege.
There we go. And the dogs were just, bro, I mean,
It wasn't that much poop. It
was a battlefield of shit. So I was like, I have to fucking get this up, bro. This is my boy. His house is looking fucking crazy right now. Let me just clean this poops up. I clean the poops up. And when you're doing housework and you're drinking, oh man, you're drinking.
This motherfucker got drunk. He drank everything in the liquor cabinet.
Bro, he had a liquor cabinet full of the, and trust me, I was getting to the absinthe. but you threw me out. No.
Well,
I had all your shit.
He said,
listen. I had to throw him out because I'm living in Ladera Ranch in a gated community. I'm the only nigga. I'm the only black guy in the whole neighborhood.
And I was bumping music too. I was out there. It was like maybe like a Wednesday night or something, and I was just, I was like having a good ass time.
My neighbors hated my guts, right? So I always kept a low profile. But when Mayhem came later on that night, I had fucking helicopters flying over my house with thermals looking at what? I had a whole SWAT team coming knock on my door.
Wait, hold on.
When was this, by the way?
It was years ago.
Yeah, this was many years ago.
Like 7 years ago. That's the last time I saw you. Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was.
Wait, rewind.
Well, here's the thing. No, because I had this crazy chick. I came to your house because I was
getting
living
away
at the other. I was
lying,
getting away
bro.
from her. She was buck ass wild.
She was lying. She lied on him.
She would just take off on me and beat me up. And then when the cops came, she's like, he beat me up. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I got a bunch of trouble for that. But the thing is that night, okay, you didn't notice, but I jumped. Oh wait,
I did know it. I did know. You came back over me.
He came on your back.
Listen, no, this guy is just.
What did you just say?
Projecting his.
You gotta pull it back.
The homosexuality is just flowing through me. It's cool, bro. I'm not suburban.
You guys heard it, right? Yeah, I think so.
I
What happened? You came back where?
I came back, but to it. Okay, so I was living down the street. And just, you know what I mean? Out of coincidence, like I rented this place and I said, wait a minute. Rampage's house is a block away. So I just walked over like, hey, what's up?
Surprised the shit out of me.
Yeah, he did not know. You know, it's a gated community. Yeah, how the fuck did you break through the gate?
He said gated, not gay community. He said gated.
So you get through the gate.
So I get through the gate. I get fucking slam hammered, get buck ass wild, right? Clean up the dog shit. You know, I had to do it. It's like, no way. I thought I was going to throw a party, right? That was my plan.
At his house.
At his
Probably
house,
was.
yeah.
I had the swimming pool with my name on it. I was
already texting people
like,
like, let's do this. Like, and motherfucker. So the girl takes off on me. The cops come. I fucking jet moto from over there, hop back over his fence, and then hide in the fucking hot tub from the helicopters. Yeah, because it's dark. They have thermal vision, but guess what? It can't see you if you're in the hot tub. So I just did kind of like, you know how samurais used to, or ninjas used to sneak and have just the fucking straw? That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing, bro. I was hiding underneath there and the fucking cops were everywhere. The dogs found my suit. I ran away with my suitcase. The chick was so crazy. I ran away with my suitcase. Bro. They dropped my suitcase and the freaking, the dogs found my suitcase but couldn't find me. They were pissed, bro. When they finally got me,
Bro, I felt so bad because Jason came back. He said, man, you got to help me out. I'm like, I felt bad. I looked at him like, man, I don't want these problems because my ass going to go to jail. You know, I was in out of trouble a little bit back then. I wasn't really, saying nothing. But the girl came over my house and she was fucking lying to me, crying like, oh, Mayhem just kicked my ass. Now, and I'm looking at her face. Nothing wrong with her face. She just crying, got mascara. And I'm looking at her like, why Mayhem fucking with this druggy ass bitch?
Yeah.
I could tell she was on drugs or some shit.
She was, yeah. I could tell a lot of drugs. You know, it's weird when you fall into a drug chick, you kind of soak up that drug culture. You're just like, fuck, yeah, it's cool to take pills all day. Yeah, it's cool, you know what I mean? It's cool to get all fucked up. And man, I'm beyond that now, but goddamn, back then, you
don't talk to her no more, right?
Oh, nah. Thank God.
Man, the police, they kind of scared the shit out of me. They came to my door with shotguns and shit. They was like, where's Mayhem? I'm like, he ain't here. They said, we know he ain't here because we got thermal. I said, well, why in the fuck you here then? Why you asking me?
I heard all this through the hot tub. I was like, I didn't know if you knew I was there or not. I was like, oh man, thank God he's covering for me. Wait, does he even know I'm here?
I would have covered for you. I would cover for you, but at the same time, I was like, I got kids and shit. I ain't finna. I didn't know. I know that he didn't hit the chick. I knew that much, but it's hard to prove that shit.
When I went to jail, I had a black eye. It was one of those things. Look, you know what I mean? But they don't care.
How much time did you get for that one?
Nothing. It was a weird, once I was in this abusive relationship, right? And nobody can believe that Mr. Big Tough MMA guy can just get the shit beat out of him by a girl and then go back to her. And then she was a lawyer. So she would beat my ass, get me arrested, then come visit me every fucking day. Because she has the card, she can come whenever. She used to come and visit. So I was stuck in this like weird, tortured relation. And then I had to go to domestic violence classes, right? Where they were like teaching me what an abuser does. And I was just like looking at the checklist, like, she does all of this to me. What the fuck? Why am I here? But you know, that when you're in like, and I take responsibility for my side in it, because when you're in a toxic relationship, you don't really see it. Like you see this cycle of abuse. Like, you know, she'll whoop your ass, then fucking come back around and be like, I love you, and then shower you with gifts and like do everything and like, you know what I'm saying?
Was she good in bed?
That you were
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, come on. Crazy in the head, crazy in the bed. That's like the standard
I had a
protocol.
Persian chick like that. Oh, yeah.
This chick was Persian. It probably was the same girl.
No, it wasn't.
You guys dated the same chick?
No. Hell no.
That is crazy.
Wait.
Oh my God. He admitted it.
No.
He admitted it.
No.
So while he was in jail, you took his chick?
No, fuck no.
That is crazy.
Listen,
He's a bro. He
I'm a
wouldn't
bro.
do that.
I always
Yeah.
try. Hey,
You don't strike me as a guy
I'm
who
glad
would
you
do
said
that.
that. One time I went to Japan. I went out there to make some music, right?
Yeah.
And I told my homeboy out there, Tyler, I said, hey, man, I'm in Japan. I'm leaving the studio. Can you call up some girls, right? Here you go. He lined up like 15 girls. And I didn't know this about Japanese culture. Whoever you sit down next is the girl you choose. I didn't know that. I just looked around and I just sat down. And as soon as I sat down, all the girls got up and left. And then the one girl I sat down next to, she was okay. She looked at me, she's like, do you know Mayhem Miller?
Oh,
My bad. I mean, you could have sat at any of those tables and they would have said that.
Whatever. Come on, you ain't smashed all
I
them.
know, but in Japan, like they're cool with that. They're like, we are whole brothers. I said, we're what? He said, whole brothers. I was like, whole, because we had the same
Same,
thing. He said, whole brother. I said, yo, man, that's Eskimo brothers. It's a whole
Put him
different
on
thing.
U.S.
It's
culture
a
real
whole,
quick.
the whole different thing. I chose the wrong chick.
You did. That's crazy that you would share chicks with your dude. That's like Luke. He always trying to come after all the girls I have. I'm like, yo, chill out. You could get your own chicks. You're a model. You're like 6'4".
I mean, at this point, if I was as handsome as Luke, I would just be giving rugby passes left and right. Here you go, take this one.
I wish.
Here you go, take
I
this
wish
one.
you would help us out.
Me and Mayhem, we had smashed some of the same chicks, but it wasn't on purpose. I found out later, like some chicks in Vegas or
chicks
something.
like to do that.
Yeah.
Chicks like to do that. They'll be like body collectors. You know what I'm saying? Like they're weird. Yeah. I think, I
Hey,
mean,
Dennis.
I don't blame them. What happened, bud?
AC on like 69. It's hot in here for the first time.
Oh, okay. Mr.
69.
AC. Hey, listen, I always keep the AC on at 68,
No,
67,
no, he have it on
66.
66.
Now,
Normally you have it on 66.
you told me
What's
the
wrong
only-
with that?
He
It's
wants
too
it always
cold.
at
Too cold,
69.
yo.
He always wants it at 69.
Yeah, 69
I think
69 is perfect. Don't
That's
solid temperature.
Thank you.
So what's the relationship in terms of you two becoming such good friends? Was
We
it
like brothers, man.
Yeah.
How did
9/11. 9/11. Bro, back in the day, like my first training camp, Tito Ortiz told me, hey, man, you need to move out. You need to move out to California. I said, okay. I went from Atlanta, got in my van, and just came right back. And we went to training camp together, and like there was like two houses. It was like the Mr. Cool Guy house over with Tito and Rico. They were the champions. It was like the champion house. And then it was like the scrappy ass motherfucker house, like, and me and Rampage were in that house. And it was just a bunch of toughs, like guys who hadn't really, I mean, Rampage, you were like getting established.
Yeah, but I hadn't
because
made it yet.
Japan had already like kicked off, and he was like, he was becoming a star out there. But me, I was just a regional tough guy. You know what I mean? Like I would just fight whoever, whenever, and just do my thing. And they put us over in that house, and bro, that was like some of the best times of my life, man. It was like, you know what I mean? When you don't have money, don't have, you just have that hunger and that drive. And it's inspirational when I see these guys coming up now where they're like in that hunger mode. And it's really interesting. I never thought about like, remember when you thought like we're old? Like those guys are old. Those older guys who would teach you shit, and we'd be like, this guy's old, but he's fucking tough. Like, how the fuck is it? And now we're in that spot and looking at these guys. They don't realize they're in the best. That this is the best time of their life because they don't really have no problems. There's no like issues or no like pain yet. You know what I mean? Like you lose a fight, you're just like over it in a weekend. You're like, whatever. Okay, I'll get back. And you're back in the gym on Monday. It's like it's really interesting to see to now. I'm glad I made it, because a lot of our guys didn't make it. People dead, people gone. It's like it kind of makes you sad, but at the same time, to be able to enjoy this time of my life and finally kind of get my shit together and like watch and help some beast. Oh my God, I coach guys that are just beast, and to watch them on their journey is very satisfying.
Are you still training and stuff now?
Yeah. I mean, I like took a lot of time off. I like went to, oh, what the fuck, Lou?
You gotta be kidding.
What did I say before? What did I say before?
Give me this.
Before we started.
I know.
Just
is it on vibrate?
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't believe in vibrate.
This
It's
is
on
it.
sleep mode. I've never had a problem.
Welcome back, Luke Rockhold. Welcome back, Luke Rockhold.
Nah, that's badass.
Yeah.
That's badass.
No, continue though.
Yeah, I'm sure like a lot of people who listen to podcasts and whatnot had heard I like went to rehab. I like quit. I like just went away for a little bit because I was so in this mode of, fucking up and I was still training and whatnot, but I had to like stop. So I put my sanity in the first place instead of, I was always thinking like train first. That's the first thing that I think is train. And then that would lead to this, that, and me getting off the focus, So I went back and like imagined my life in a different light. And so it took some time away from training, but ultimately I'm glad I did it. You feel always great when you're in like perfect shape and you're doing, but I had to like step back from training for a bit to go and get my mental health straight. And there's like a lot of people out there that's like, oh, that's weak and what? That's the stupidest way to think of things. Like if you're like trying to be fake tough guy, like real tough guys like deal with their shit, like go and do the hard work because it's hard. It's hard to like look at yourself honestly and like investigate why you're doing the things that you're doing. And I feel like, man, 100 times stronger mentally now.
Bro, you remind me of the old Mayhem back in the day before all this shit.
But I know, huh?
I'm gonna tell you something. I never told you. I when you got super famous in Hawaii and you started, you just wasn't the same. You was like you wasn't the same Mayhem no more. You got super famous, and I think that like you didn't never need like medicine or something like that before. Then you started having like what you started taking some medicine and like you wanted the same.
The thing was
he started dating lawyers. That's the problem.
Yeah, that too.
That was before this.
I know it was before that, but here's the thing too: is that you get hooked up with management, and at that age, I was super like I'm like my dad was in the Army, and it was like I always have like a kind of a military mentality about things. You listen to the guys who are above you. You just listen and you take orders. And you go, okay, I'll do that. So, when somebody tells you, oh, go to this doctor, go take this medicine, go to that, you go, yeah, yes, sir.
You didn't need it, huh? But that medicine kind of fucks you up though, huh?
Fucks you up.
Because you wasn't the same person no more. I was looking at like, this ain't the same man.
Just make it, I don't know, for some people it's great. They don't have an adverse reaction. But for me, it just sent me off into outer space. Like it just made me a different person. It just made me like more aggressive, more like, I don't know. It was a mistake, but
you're not on that medicine no more. You don't. Yeah.
I mean, I'm on this freaking F3. Jesus Christ.
Man, this is good. It's fire.
Liquid cocaine.
Listen, at the time that you guys were becoming friends in these houses that you're talking about, what was that team like? How did you get linked up with that team? Well, it's not just the house.
Here's the funny shit is that, okay, so after the house, I was from Atlanta, and I was like, at that time, he was from Memphis. It's like not very far. And culturally, it's kind of similar. North Carolina, that's where I grew up. But from Atlanta. And then, so me and him immediately connected because we're like the country kind of boys. Where we have this weird accents to these California guys. And so we like kind of connected on a lot of things. And I grew up in a black neighborhood. So I kind of like got the vibe that Rampage was putting out. And my dad is from like, I don't know, like 20 miles outside of Memphis. So it was like we kind of like immediately connected. And then after that training camp, and everything went good, huh? Like I won my fight, you won your fight. Like everybody like won, Tito won his fight. Everybody won their fight. And it was like a really like a magical, right? Wow, we're unstoppable.
Team punishment.
Yeah, team punishment. And it was badass. And then when we came back down the hill from that training camp, we began training together. And you didn't have a car?
Yeah, I was riding with you in your van.
Buddy,
yeah.
I lived in this fucking van.
The van had ants.
My van did have ants. Look, okay, I drove that van from Atlanta. Like I zigzagged the whole country and came over, and in Texas somewhere, I had stopped, and for ants got in that van, and ants never got out of that van until I got rid of it. Like it was always had ants. That's funny.
I remember those.
I knew you were good.
So you guys both lived in this van together?
No. Hey, but for real though, he drove you around because you didn't have a car?
He picked me. I didn't have a car. He picked me up for training, and he drove me to the gym.
That's a good friend.
Yeah, always. But I would always hit him up for $5. I'm like, hey man, you got $5?
Yeah.
Be like, man, why you always asking me $5? I'm like, bro, I don't got no gas money. He's like, all right. And,
man, MMA has just got the most horror stories of all. Yeah. Everyone has like Cain Velasquez was living in a car. I was living in the gym. Everyone's been through something so
I think
bad.
What it is
these kids these days don't know.
They don't understand.
Well, no, the mentality though is if you're going to get into MMA, especially back then, the money was not the driving factor. Like you were into fighting, you're so into it that it's like, now there's like a real chance for kids to make a ton of money. But like back then, yeah, you can make some money, but it wasn't like, that wasn't the driving motivation. Driving motivation was to, like beat your own limits, to go to the next level, to learn some new shit all the time, to like figure out how to be like this legendary guy, and
shit, I was broke as hell. I was trying to make some money.
But he was broke, yeah. No, me too, yeah.
We all trying to make money.
Money was always there.
Yeah, but it wasn't the number one driver.
You know what I mean? Like you had to have this mentality. Survival. And that mentality, I think, like drives you to do crazy stuff like live in the fucking parking lot. Like you wanted to be there for practice all the time, and if you had to live in the van, fine. Yeah, I didn't want to live in the van, and as soon as I could not, I did, but I wanted to be at practice all the time. So
you had to. Nowadays, like the kids, like they do it. It's so popular now that you can go into MMA, create a little popularity, and then you can just be like a social media little, TikToker, all these little things. That's
pretty badass.
Streaming.
Yeah.
Imagine a lot more money opportunities.
If you're playing video games these days, imagine how much money you'd be making now.
Yeah.
I know, bro. Yeah, you're badass at video.
Yeah, but I don't stream.
Are you a hell diver? Is that what's going on?
What's a hell diver?
Oh, never mind. That's another game. When I saw that game, I was like, oh man, I bet Rampage like this game.
I think I heard about it.
You been playing Call of Duty?
Lately, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I want to get back into it.
Yeah. Hey, you remember we used to have those Halo parties? Oh my God.
Bro, we were down we were like early, bro. We were like gamers for real. Yeah. Like I what was it? Like I was living at this apartment complex. They had like a rec center kind of place with everyone brought their TV, brought our Xbox, and we would just have a straight LAN party, like straight up nerds, bro.
Wait, you guys all met up at your apartment complex?
Party? Yeah. I brought my Xbox. He brought. Remember Alex and his brother? Oh, bro, we used to all play Halo for hours.
Living in an apartment and seeing you two having an Xbox party.
We were getting it, bro. Yeah, and it was funny because it was some nerds. Remember that big fat dude that. Gotta give respect on that. You get a good kill, and this guy would stop you and be like, gotta give respect on that. And he would keep his little fat fist out there until you pounded it. I would tell him, I'm not pounding it. He's like,
who is this?
I don't know. One of them dork dudes that we played video games
some dudes we played with, we didn't know them well.
Because it was like some fighters, it was a few fighters, but it was like mostly like our nerd friends
from
like,
the gym and stuff.
From the gym, those guys who just did fitness, kickboxing and whatnot. And and that fat guy he went to the gym one time and just stood in front of the bag with his gloves on, just sweating. Like I never saw him hit the bag. I think he just was sweating from putting the gloves on. Bless his heart. Gotta give respect on that, on principle. Yeah, if it was really good, he'd be like, on principle.
Remember, you're Bully Beatdown. Don't be the bully.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Turn around.
Listen, bro. I wasn't bullying him. He was bullying me. I'll be in the game. He'd be like trying to dap me up like in the middle of the game. I'm like, bro, I'm fine.
Hey, how did you get that show Bully Beatdown? How did that come about?
Dude, I was like YouTube early on YouTube. Like I like made funny videos. Like I would have been a TikToker for sure, or like
for sure
YouTube.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because when I was early on as soon as YouTube came out, like I was dating a comedian, and
what was his name?
Joe Coy. Anyway,
it's so messed up, bro. That's your friend.
Oh, well, whenever you think of comedian, you always think about
a lawyer, a comedian. What else you got? What is this guy?
I don't know.
A doctor? Any doctors?
Nah, no doctors.
Any fire women?
Fire women.
Police officers?
Man, a cop, that would be nice, huh? Get him back.
Get him back. He said, get him back.
Oh, man. Hell, what the hell were we talking about?
Break this Bully Beatdown.
A comedian.
Oh, yeah. And so the Bully Beatdown thing came out of me on YouTube, like straight up. And then one of the guys and he's still around here somewhere, Chris Staub, he's a cool guy. He was filming my fights in Hawaii when I was a champ out there. And he would, and I said, dude, you got to come back to California and film my training and like film some funny videos with me. And he was like, oh, okay. And what happened was I put out a bunch of funny videos, and then the people who pick shows, they saw this thing, and bingo bango, suddenly it was a thing. Oh, what's up, bud? Oh, man.
What are we doing right now in the middle of the podcast?
Yeah. That's what we're doing, bro.
Blue Chews?
Right now?
I'm blue chewing too, bro. Let's blue chew it up, dog.
You guys and your Viagra's, dude.
Bro, there ain't no damn Viagra.
God damn it.
Finish your story.
I don't know. The story is over, bro.
Hey, well, let me say, when Mayhem was on Bully Beatdown, you couldn't tell him shit, man.
Why?
I bumped into him somewhere and he big time. You're like, we brothers. He had two Japanese girlfriends, Fook me and Fook you.
Yeah.
And they were dressed like in the little Japanese, like the schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah, I always rolled like that. Like I always had like a couple girlfriends.
And this is the first time he big time. I was like, what's up?
I was fucking with you. I was fucking with you.
Nah, he was fucking with me, but
he never said hi to you.
No, he was fucking with me.
Were you mad because he had hot chicks?
Yeah, I was jealous. I was a little bit jealous. He had two of them.
I was ready to give you a Luke Rockhold Grugby pass, bro.
No. He as soon as I came around, man, he got them girls real close to him.
Yeah.
He had two hot ass Asian girls, like real skinny. I followed one on Instagram years later. I'm like, oh, I remember you.
Really?
Yeah. That little thin one. I forget her name though.
Oh, really?
The smaller one.
She's still around?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I followed her for a while.
Oh, wow.
Did you live here in LA when you had the show?
Yeah. I lived in LA and then, but I was fighting in Japan all the time. So I like moved to Japan back and forth. I would like live back and forth.
You live in Hawaii too, though.
I lived in Hawaii. I lived in Japan. Yeah, I was like all up. Man, I was. Genki desu ka?
Did you learn in the Japanese?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I don't know that one.
I was like,
you said that shit fucked up.
No,
what'd he say in Japanese?
Nihongo hinasudu.
Oh yeah, it's like Japanese. Do you speak it?
Yeah.
They go backwards. It's a weird ass language.
Wow.
I haven't done it in a long time.
You lose it,
but
you lose it if you don't use it. Yeah. I wish I could live in Japan.
What's that mean?
What?
I saw you give the side eye. Yeah. What's that?
Oh, that's like some Japanese people are weird. Like, I guess Americans do it kind of, but like when you're talking, the Japanese people go, like to let you know they're listening. You know, in America, somebody's talking, you shut the fuck up and you just listen. But over there in Japan, there's like it's polite to be like, Like you're giving like rolling commentary. I don't know.
They're the opposite. It's the opposite of us.
So who broke into the Japanese market first? It seemed like you loved it.
No, he was the guy like in Japan, and he like was a big inspiration for me because I was like, oh my God. And you know, UFC like never really treated me right. So I was like always trying to escape them. Like I was like, dude, I'm going to Japan. I'm like, you know what I mean? They kept offering me contract. I was like, no, thank you. Like, I'm going to Japan, and then my contract in Japan will run out. They'll offer me a contract. I would go back to Japan. Like, nah, that's cool. I'm just going to stay out here because the money was good, and, you know, it was fun. It was, like, really exciting to be this international fighter. And then, yeah, it was great. And during the Bully Beatdown era, I would film Bully Beatdown for a few weeks, maybe, I don't know, 6 weeks or something like that, be training in L.A. and down at Team Quest in Temecula. Then I would go fly out to Japan, do the fight, you know what I mean? Stay out there for a month or two and then come back. So it was like a very jet setty, Luke Rockhold, Abu Dhabi kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? What the hell were you doing out there, bud?
I don't know what I was doing, but I ended up fighting. So
he went out there to party, and then he found out he had a fight with 1 week.
I was doing some show. I was like doing some Russian like MMA fight show.
Yeah.
And then they just hit me up. The King, they want to do some, obviously bring more culture, and they're doing their thing. So there's like, you want to fight? And when you have an opportunity to fight in front of all the kings, I suggest you.
They got some ring card girls out there.
I have wondering. No ring card girls out there.
Weird,
but they have multiple wives.
I'll put some ladies in.
But hey, these dudes like you sitting down at dinner like with a couple girls, they doing their thing, and all of a sudden this guy sits down behind you. He's got three wives, like straight up, just like normal at a nice restaurant. You're like,
yeah, I'm
what
down.
Are we doing wrong?
Excited.
What are we doing wrong over here? Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for ring card girls and burkas. That's pretty badass to me.
Yeah. As long as
you know what I mean? Form-fitting burkas.
Hey, you know what? This is my thing. I think those women they might be super beautiful. That's why they cover their face up.
Or they might be butt ass ugly, look like me underneath there. Oh man, I just joked them out.
Yeah.
No, I bet you.
Whatever you get both ways. You know? I think you get
because I was in Saudi Arabia, and you know they allow some of the women to take. You know, to not wear it. And I saw some real beautiful women walking around like that.
Of course, yeah.
Honestly, you just see those girls with the full wrap and you just see their eyes. And, you're like,
and they be some beautiful eyes.
God, you just...
Well, I think the eyes have to evolve beautifully if that's all you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? That's where the foot fetish comes from because all you can see is their damn toesy woesies.
Look at their ankles.
Yeah.
Hey, good toes are good toes.
You guys are sick.
Hey, I met a black dude out there at the fight, right? I said, he had all this shit on. I said, you live here? He said, yeah. I said, so what's up? What's up with the girl? Can you fuck out here and shit? He said, yeah, but you just got to be discreet.
Discreet. Oh, why? They cut your dick off if they?
I don't know what happened, but it's like you
string you up in the public square and lash you.
They got to sneak over.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got to like fuck them through a fence somewhere? Like
I don't know.
This is wild, bro.
They got to sneak over your house like late at night or some shit.
They can't even drive. They just have to Uber over. They can drive now.
Now they can drive. For 3 years now, they've been able to drive.
Bless their hearts.
It's great. The driving is crazy out there.
CNN, where you getting this news?
Yeah. I was out there.
3 years?
It's been
it's only been for 3 years. They allowed them, and they don't have to wear the what you call it, the hijab, the Birkin bag.
Yeah.
So during the Bully Beatdown era, how did you even pick the bullies or pick the fighters? How did you put this whole show together?
You know, the whole thing was, you know, I was lucky enough to a major production, Mark Burnett Productions was like in charge of that. So it wasn't an MTV show. It was Mark Burnett that sold that to MTV. So he is from Survivor and The Apprentice. This guy made Trump the president, so you guys can blame him for that. The friggin'
I love Trump.
Everyone loves Trump. Me too. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? The lib media out there. And anyway, the friggin' production staff was huge. And I can't believe it got made because on day one of like the testing, they wanted to see. There was some nerdy producer, this poor guy, went to Legends. Remember Legends? It was great gym.
Yeah.
And
Chris Riley.
I hollered at him the other day.
Yeah, I saw him. We went to Columbia recently.
I got a kick with him. But anyway, the first day of like screen testing, this kind of thing, this guy's like, all right, I kind of want to see what MMA, this skinny dude. And some kid jumps guard on the guy, and the guy snaps his leg like a chicken bone, snaps his leg on the first day of screen testing. And somehow it still got made. Yeah, they were like, that's a fluke. that won't happen again. And it didn't. You know what I mean? Like, we put some tough bully guys. And what happened, I think, was they had a Craigslist. Straight up, like, casting call to a Craigslist. Do you have a bully? Are you a bully? Do you want to be on a show? Do you think you could fight a professional mixed martial arts fighter? And a lot of guys do.
So
even
it wasn't
to this
scripted.
day.
It wasn't scripted.
Well,
it wasn't staged.
I mean, come on. We all know at this point. Back then, they didn't know, but we know at this point you have to have some story beats. Like, you have to have some amount of scripting. You know, I think the reason that show took off was me chatting with the guy and taking advantage of my quick, like, the fact that we could do an interview for about an hour and cut that down into 6 minutes. And I would say some funny shit. So it's not scripted in the traditional sense, but, you know, we had to have a beginning, middle, and end. And the fight was, I would tell the guys, hey, man, carry this dude. Please don't just knock him out immediately, because what the hell? There's no show if you just knock this guy out in the first 30 seconds.
But some of those guys deserve that shit.
Yeah, I know. So, but here's the thing too, is that in the beginning, dude, it was the Wild West. Like, no script really, because we didn't know how it was going to work. We didn't know what the hell was going to happen. It was like a weird kind of, and the people didn't know what the hell they were doing. By season 3, you had like pro wrestlers on there. Like, you know what I mean? They knew what the game was and they played it up. I think it really got better and better as the seasons went on, because by the time, you know, the last episode was some guys that, or like, not the last episode we filmed was like a guy who was like a pro wrestler. Like, he just totally knew how to talk shit. He knew, and that's kind of the era that we're in now with mixed martial arts, is that, you know, guys know how to market themselves. Like, me and you were early on that, saying funny stuff on the interview, kind of let our personality shine. We could have just went out there and, I'm going to fight, but we wouldn't let ourselves. We both came from the days of WWF, where you have to put on a good promo to get everybody hyped up for your match. Yeah. And that's what we did. And now it's gone to the next level, where even guys who aren't into that, like, their management says, hey man, hype this up. So you get these weird cringe ass moments, but you know, that's how it was destined to be that way.
Has letting your personality shine ever got you in trouble?
I mean, I'm sure.
What about the time you got jumped?
Oh my.
Listen here. Okay. So at the Strike Force fights in Nashville, all right, the first time that mixed martial arts was on CBS, it was on TV, regular TV. I think it was the last time.
Yeah, run the clip. We got to watch this. This is one of the most iconic moments in MMA. The first time they were on mainstream television.
They let Mayhem in the damn cage.
Miller.
Well, here's the thing, right? All right, I'll explain, all right?
Yeah.
Because for me, what happened, all right?
It's a 45-second clip.
That night, just a moment. That night, they said, okay, if you knock your guy out, and Jake wins, we're going to set up a rematch. I said, great. I said, hell yeah, let's do this, because the first fight was like, I almost got him in the second round, and then it was just kind of a boring fight after that. But they wanted to run it back. Now, go ahead and run that, because the funny part about this is, so right here, Jake's giving the interview. They told me, I text my manager, should I go in and ask for a rematch? He said, yes. I said, pfft. I just stepped up in there. Security, say less. Yeah. I said, where's my rematch, buddy? And then it was just a nightmare.
Oh, my God.
And if you notice right there, I double-legged Nate. Because I know when you're getting jumped, you got to get somebody on the ground so you don't get fucked up. So you don't get stomped out.
So you
you're holding on to Nate on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm holding on to him right there, and then like we're all in a fucking scrum here.
Which one are you?
You're on your back now.
I'm in there
guard.
somewhere. Yeah. No, I was on top there, right? That's my dumbass right there, and then there's some referee holding on to me, and I was like, what the hell? I was flabbergasted. I did not. Big John, I thought it was pretty hilarious.
It did like Big John. Hey, but I don't think you did anything to deserve getting jumped, though.
Listen, bud, you know what I mean? When you're fearless, you got to be tough.
They could have just pushed you out, like, get out of here.
Nah, they wanted to jump on me. that's the business.
Did you have like some type of animosity with them before that, the Diaz brothers?
Nah.
Because I'm cool with them.
Oh, you know what? There was like an incident where I asked them I was doing interviews for Elite FC back in the day. And I asked Nick one question, and this dude ran on for 25 minutes about everything and nothing. And I did this funny bit where I was like, falling asleep. So I think he didn't realize it the whole time that I was like making fun of him. And I was
high?
But they take that shit seriously. They remember those things.
Oh yeah. I get it. That mentality. They never I don't know. I was a street kid myself, and I kind of lost that mentality, but I remember that. Like, take everything personal, take everything serious. Like, I get it. I totally understand those guys. Like, it makes sense to me, and it makes sense that would happen. But I didn't think, because I had the blessing of the promoters, and my management. Again, I'm a soldier. The guy tells me go, I say I go. And I think that really helped me in my fight career because, when you have this, when you're doing it for your country, your team, your family, your me, we were teammates for a long time. You know how strong I am with team. Like, this is my team. I'll do anything for my team. And when they tell you do this, you do it. And I think it helps you as a fighter because you're not just doing it on your own will. It's for everyone else. It helps you push through when you're feeling tired and you see your guys are tired. You can't let yourself fall down. You got to pump it up. You got to bring that next level of extreme. There's something in you that you can draw out of yourself. You can't just.
Bear knows about Bear knows about that. He be stuffing inside him a lot. he knows about that stuff.
How long have you guys been dating?
You got me.
You crazy.
He trying to pay me back for the comedian.
You crazy.
What's his name?
Yeah, Mayhem, you gotta chill. Hey, don't put that evil on me. Don't put that on me.
No.
Rampage don't like those jokes.
No, I don't like. I don't like it when you turn it on me.
Yeah.
Hey, I was talking to Frank Shamrock yesterday. Was that yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about training with you because he was talking about how he didn't like to tap in fights. I said, man, I don't understand people like you. Me and Mayhem train together. He didn't even like tapping in training.
Yeah.
Even before a fight.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know. When I was competing, like the mentality of the room, I felt like if I pushed myself so hard in the room that it would be easy in the fight. And it was, bro. Let me tell you, those fights back in the day, we training with you and Tito and, and Rico, big, he's enormous. Like every fight I went into, I was like, bro, I just got my ass kicked the whole training camp. Like I was like anxious, like, man, how, the day of the getting in there, I was like, okay, I can do this. But like every day work, like grind. And then, I would push myself so hard and you guys would just whoop my ass. And like, I was like, man, this is tough. And I would get in there and the fight would be easy. I was just like, oh, okay. This was good that I did that.
Yeah, we trained hard.
We trained hard.
But I didn't understand why you went tap. I saw one time you got your elbow hurt or some shit in the armbar. Somebody had you.
Yeah.
It was like a black belt. I think we were training with, I can't remember who it was. Maybe Anderson Gonçalves or somebody.
Yeah, Anderson was tough. He was one of my favorite training partners. Yeah. Me and him would fight, bro. Yeah. Like we would go, because I to me, like I was like, a purple belt or something. And he was a black belt. But I was like, this is MMA. This is different. Yeah. And I would just go hard with him because he was my weight where he was a black belt. And that to me, and coming from my world of jiu-jitsu, that was like heralded. Like that was amazing that I get to train with a black belt every day. Like that was it. And yeah, he would wrap me up and I would not tap. I would wiggle out of everything and on top of that, I got some of the natural gifts of like flexibility and my, I'll be strong enough to like,
we used to call you Gumby.
Gumby, yeah. Because I would just like get like wiggle out no matter what. Like my mentality for fighting was always, if I'm awake, I can still win. No matter what, from the opening minute to the last minute, like the last second. Like if I'm still awake, I can still win. So yeah.
Bro, people don't know this, but I won a lot of fights against jiu-jitsu guys because of Mayhem.
Yeah.
Training with him.
Well, people don't know this, but I had to pretend to be. The reason that my fighting style was so weird was because of a lot of my career, I was pretending to be your opponents. So I would like have this style and that style and go southpaw and like do so many. I had to pretend to be so many guys, and I would watch them and like totally try to become that person. That it really helped me in my career because now I have like all these different like stances and different, like
characters.
Yeah, exactly. Like on Tekken, I was the wood guy. Like I was like, oh, okay, I can pretend to be this guy, and it was fun. It was really instructive for me.
Did we start training together before my Sakuraba fight or after my Sakuraba?
Right after.
Okay.
Right after.
Yeah.
And it's weird too because I held even though like I was very like Sakuraba was like a hero of mine. Once me and you became friends, I got bitter at Sakuraba. Like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get things. Yeah, I'm gonna get him. I was like, I'm gonna get him. Like that was a weird, again, like the team mentality where I'm like, I'm gonna get him. He got Rampage. I'm gonna get him.
Well, let me tell you this. I was butthurt when you trained with Dan Henderson.
Man,
I had to bring it up, but guess what though?
Wow.
But guess what though? It worked out for me.
Yeah.
It worked out for me.
Yeah.
He trained with Dan
I felt
Henderson.
like you were down there forever though.
I was down there for a good.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was that I had got fights and traveled all around, and then Team Quest, I couldn't say no when they came and like scouted me out and were like, hey, and Henderson said I didn't sign with anybody big for a while. I was fighting all regional fights, and Henderson's camp asked me to pretend to be Bustamante. So that was my business for a while, was just going to different fight camps and being whoever you need me to be. Like, all right, who do I pretend to be this week? And that's what I did.
Just know I wouldn't have trained with nobody to fight you. But guess what though? I just had to put that there. But I'm glad you did it. Know why? Because when I fought Dan Henderson, he rolled like you.
Yeah, I get it.
But he wasn't as good as you at it. I was like, oh, I've seen this before.
Yep. I remember seeing that too. Yeah, I know. That was weird.
So did you know that he was training with them before your fight?
Yeah, I knew he was training.
But wait, but then I flipped it and I came and trained with you after that. Yeah. Didn't I? Yeah.
We kept training.
Yeah.
We didn't fall out over it. I wasn't mad. But then,
how did you find out he was training Henderson?
Well, we all used to go there and train with Dan. Yeah. So I wasn't butthurt, but I was kind of worried because Mayhem has really he's really good at jiu-jitsu, right? And I had more trouble with him than some black belts. But when I fought Dan Henderson, he was doing all the stuff that Mayhem was good at beating me with in training. But he wasn't as good as Mayhem, so it helped me win that fight.
Yeah, that was a weird time. Yeah. It was I was very conflicted, like during that era, because I was like, oh man, Rampage is gonna fight this.
Well, we didn't fall out over it. I didn't really care.
We were very professional about it, like you know what I mean, like gentlemen.
Were you in his corner or no?
No. I was like 6 rows back, going, oh man.
But you trained with Dan too, though.
Yeah, I trained with Dan before that.
Yeah.
It's
how you always give me shit about training with everybody. Rico, Tito, Mayhem, Dan.
You train way more people than I did.
We just keep going on.
Yeah, you train with way more people than I did.
So both of you have the same
you train with all
kind of vibe. You guys just go train with everybody.
It wasn't like that. MMA was such a small community.
It was, yeah. You didn't have, like nowadays, there's a gym on every corner. Mm-hmm. But back then, if you wanted to train with the best guys, there's like 6 gyms. It's like you can't, at max, 6 gyms and the country. You know what I mean? It was really
Team Quest
weird.
have 2, they were like an Oregon affiliate
yes.
too? They had Oregon and Matt Lindland and Dan.
Matt Lindland
had a falling out.
Randy Jackson.
And Chael was like the understudy.
Randy Couture. Yeah, people call me Randy Jackson all the time. So I call him Randy Jackson.
Little
they just
pitchy
had those
dog.
2 gyms though? What they have?
Yeah, they had those 2.
Two affiliate
that's
gyms.
as much as I know. Yeah,
they're split though.
And then until Couture opened up Extreme Couture, down in Vegas. Yeah, because I trained with Randy too in Vegas. So I was jumping around everywhere in my career. Like I went to a lot of different gyms. It was like man, that was a weird time to just be constantly going to different gyms and seeing, soaking up different techniques and figuring out different stuff. Like I have to credit Tito. You know, I lost my first fight I ever lost was to Chael Sonnen because I didn't even know how to wrestle really. I had some high school wrestling experience, and my whole deal was to go throw bungalows at the guy, and then if he takes me down, good. We're on the ground. I know how to do this, you know? And then after I lost that fight, I was like, oh man, and I got serious with you and with, because you're like one of the hardest dudes to take down ever because your defensive wrestling was so damn good. And plus when you're throwing fucking haymakers, it's like, whoa, you can't really get in on the shot. And then Tito really like took my wrestling to the next level of getting in on singles. Remember we would do all those drills and cage wrestle, and like he was like really ahead of the times for training because everybody
the wall walk. You remember that shit?
The old shit, and we like started that like the old way of training MMA was you go to jiu-jitsu class, you go to kickboxing class, you go to wrestling class. It was very segmented, but we were like the first guys to like what we were putting on little gloves and fighting each other and shit. And you kept knocking dudes out on accident.
What do you mean on accident?
I mean, you know,
I wasn't
trying to knock him out, but
when we first started, you know, when you first started,
I know,
you don't know,
you
how to
don't realize
your power,
how to hold back. Yeah.
How bad was it?
I mean, well, I seen him splatter blast a few dudes. I was like,
talking
shit.
about like wearing the UFC gloves, the Pride gloves?
Yeah.
Actual
like
gloves?
small gloves.
Yeah.
Sometimes guys will be in headgear, and I was like, man, that's just a bigger target. This guy's gonna get fucking.
We used to go at it when we first started learning Muay Thai. We used to go at it.
Listen,
I feel like headgear is more of a target. Honestly, I like the less I wear headgear, the better I do.
No, the
better I get. I don't get hit. I don't get. Like,
I hate the headgear.
Headgear fucks you up.
Yeah, you can't see that good.
Day one of training up there in freaking Big Bear. Oyama put us to spar and stopped us after 2 minutes because we were just going crazy. Like we were just, I don't know. I was just trying to show what we could do.
It's just
and
weird.
he was like, that's enough. That's enough. And
we
we're
just
like, what?
I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
It was my first time taking Muay Thai. They just put it, and we were just going at it.
Was that the first time you guys were training Muay Thai together?
Yeah.
That was up in Big Bear?
Yeah.
It was
Why
right
was
after
it in Big
They
Bear?
call it Muay Thai, but they were just fucking.
We were just slanging them. Like we didn't know what we were doing.
I thought that gym was in Orange County.
No, but we went to Big Bear to help Tito train. We was Tito's training partners. I went to Big Bear right after my Sakuraba fight.
Yep. You're right.
Right after that, I went straight to Big Bear to help Tito, and that's when I first
And I
started.
came straight from Atlanta, like literally didn't stay a night anywhere and went to Big Bear.
That's what we met. I thought he was Eminem.
I did kind of favor him
Yeah,
back in
I
the
thought
day.
he had the blonde. I thought it was. I'm like, damn, Marshall Mathers.
He had the red hair too. Did you have the red hair before Chris Leben?
Yeah.
Chris Lehman wasn't around yet. Did he?
Yeah,
full red or just a stripe?
I had the stripe.
The mohawk.
I did different.
No, it was on the
styles.
side. It was on the
those
side.
Half black, half
Strip
red.
of Doom, guys. Trademark. Strip of Doom. Yeah, it was a whole thing. And I seen kids doing it now. Like I'm like, oh wow,
Bro, I seen kids dress up for, like you
I
on
know,
Halloween.
I know. It was a very strange thing to be Mayhem. It's a weird.
That was like the Bully Beatdown days. You got really. What was MTV?
Yeah, it's so weird because now all the kids that kind of like grew up on that are champions and like, you know what I mean? Strickland hollered at me, oh man. Like, you know, it's like really weird to see all the kids like who were Bully Beatdown kids and I got them into mixed martial arts to watch them flourish and become like champs. And it's cool. It's very satisfying. Like, I'm like, oh, you know, for a while, it's like, whatever. But now I'm like seeing the impact that I had to the sport and people are giving me props for that. And it's very humbling. I really appreciate it.
Strickland was like one of the kids that was getting beat up. Or
no, yeah, maybe. You see his old haircut? Jesus, I would have bullied him.
You got to
You met him before?
Yeah, no, I never met him.
But you talked to him.
Yeah,
looks like Bear might beat him up with that haircut.
I know. Well, who's he fighting next? He's fighting somebody, huh?
He's fighting Paulo.
Oh, that's a good fight.
That's your nemesis, ain't it? Paulo.
That's arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Paulo's
Yeah, you had a lot of words with Paulo Costa when he was on the podcast about Luke Rockhold.
What?
Yeah, you called him Luke Cockhold.
I did. Luke,
Yes, you
know,
did.
Luke, you know I don't talk like that about you.
that's all
I call you Luke Wood.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I said, be respectful.
No.
Put some respect on his name.
Leave it hang.
Hey, I respect Luke after he kicked my ass.
Yeah, no.
They've been sparring. They've been working.
This guy shouldn't be allowed to be that handsome and that good at fighting. Jesus
it's
Christ.
messed up.
It's like, what the fuck?
Man, don't blow his head up.
It's horrible. You're right. It's
Weird.
horrible. Because any girl who comes in here, he doesn't even have to try. He just takes off his shirt. He starts doing stretches. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
That reminds me. One of my homegirls hit me up like a couple weeks ago, like, what's up with Luke? What's up with
Wow.
Luke?
Nice.
I was like,
Getting telemarketed
How'd she
for
say it?
him.
How'd she say it?
Oh, wow. This
Like
guy
you
is
said,
really...
hey, I'm never repeating that again.
He has a
probably
fetish for you right now.
He probably got a quarter chub.
No, because
Yeah.
you do good. Like, you should be an actor. You do good acting.
I am an
He is
actor.
an actor.
You are
What
an
the
actor,
hell?
actually. I should take that back. He was in
Hey,
the
you
A-team.
remember when I was in the band? Well, because I was like our Murdoch, right? And I was like, man, you should be. I said it like a million years ago. I was like,
did.
you should be Mr. T, bro. You're like Mr. T. And then
He
years
did.
later, I was like, no way.
He did.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. He was murdered. I remember that shit.
Did you big time him when you got the A-team?
Never.
That's a good man.
He never big time me.
never
You know what? The weird thing was that one time, remember when we hung out with Wesley Snipes?
In LA?
Dude, in
Blade?
How
Vegas,
was that?
bro.
Vegas?
Talking about Blade?
We were kicking it with, bro, you don't remember?
All right,
we
remind
were
me.
slam hammered.
Wow, hey,
And we were
Rampage too big for that
We were
one.
both
No,
wearing,
I guess it's
hey,
bad,
we were both wearing like fur coats. And we took our shirt off. We took our shirt off in the club. We were both,
Hey.
those shirts, the bouncers like looking at us like, fuck, we don't,
I still got that fur
coat. Mine got fucking stolen. But the freaking Wesley Snipes was there, and I was like, "What the fuck? Am I this drunk that this black dude looks like Wesley Snipes?" And I was like, I went to shake his hand, and he was like, and I was like,
No.
"What the hell?" He wouldn't even shake our hand. Like he was just
Was he
doing,
with you or was he?
I don't
No,
know.
he
He
was
was,
bumped into him. He's very martial artist.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? He's like one of those. He's one of those.
he
those
was
Zen
like,
guys.
yeah. He was like
That's
traditional
funny.
martial arts.
Hey, we all got along because we all like Asian women.
Oh, that's
Wesley
nice.
Snipes like the Asian persuasion.
Did he did? You like the Asian?
Yeah. What's wrong? What's wrong with like an Asian?
Nothing.
You still like Asian?
Nah.
Shit? You got tired of them. You
yeah.
banged too many. How can you get tired of Asian women?
I don't know.
I'm tired of them too.
Yeah, it's like,
No,
come
stop.
on, move on.
I still got
You
one.
guys
I
are
got
moving
one.
on.
I still got one.
You just said he just went to Miami. He flew a private jet. They had a Rolls Royce. They didn't go. So that was someone else. Sorry, my bad. So
What the
listen,
hell? He's confusing black dudes.
He be cock blocking on me because
he
Is
flew
that
her
what's going
private.
on around
He flew
here?
her private. And then they got there, and then he had a Cullinan pick them up, and then they went out and partied all night. And then he sent me a video in the morning. He actually sent a video to Luke too, and we were all in a group chat, you and the girl, and she was
Did I do that,
making.
Luke?
Yeah, maybe she was. Remember, she was making those noises. You were like sending us videos.
oh yeah, she was in the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I'm
unsexual.
stuck on Cullinan. What the hell does that
Yeah,
mean?
He rented like a $500,000 car to pick
It's
them
the
up
car
from
you
the
seen
airport.
outside, the Rolls Royce
It's
outside.
his car, the
It's
black
his
car there.
It's
It looks
his
like
car.
an SUV.
It's
I'm
his
not
car.
rich
Listen,
enough
if
to know
they
about Cullinan.
rebooted Bully Beatdown, who would be an MMA fighter you think they should choose to do it?
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, to do? I don't know. I don't know who it would work with. Somebody got to be quick-witted, because you got to like do those interview parts like really. I don't know.
Who would be a
You
good
think,
fit
you think that
besides him?
even you think that even works these days? You could actually
I
have
don't
a
know.
Bully Beatdown. Imagine
I don't
this
know,
day
The
and
world
age.
is kind of soft now, right?
This day and
Maybe,
age, there's
yeah.
no way.
I can see you being a promoter. I can see you promoting like some
Yeah.
MMA, some amateur
It was
MMA.
weird because that's what I was doing. Like, and I'm trying to work out the details on doing some amateur shows. Like, it's really strange to be able to. I'd like to get some of these fighters that I work with, the amateur guys. I work with some pro guys, but there's a lot of amateur fighters that I work with that I'd like to put a card together for. But man, it's like
It's a lot of work.
It's
huh?
a lot of work. Like I have like a small team of guys that are helping me out, but that's to be continued, because I'd like to definitely put together an amateur show, and I got to get the details down before I announce anything like that.
Where are you training now? What kind of guys are you with? And what?
Yeah,
in LA, there's no place to really train. So I'm just curious.
I don't know, man. I disagree though. There's a good place.
There's pockets.
The Sunland Valley Fight Club is a bunch of Armenian dudes, and they have a weird, different style. It's very, the Armenian style,
like
where they do those trips and
Armenians
the
are
judo
the ones that
styles.
exist in LA. Yeah.
Yeah, and so there's a bunch of beasts up there. I got
You training with Carl Parisian?
No.
Why y'all laughing about that?
You got to get Carl and Mayhem on at the same time.
Oh my God, that would be a good combo.
Yeah, the judoka and Mayhem.
Do you still watch a lot of MMA?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite fighters right now?
Oh man, O'Malley is like, that lightweight kind of showing off type. I like this guy. Who else is really
you like Alex Pelé?
Yeah, of course. I figured, I didn't know that what's his name? Jamal Hill?
Jamal Hill.
Yeah, I didn't know that he got injured. So I thought, this guy might be able to like rough him up and take him down. But then when I seen him walk in there and he was like, had muffin top, and I was like, damn, what the hell, this poor. And then someone was like, yeah, he got injured. He blew out his Achilles heel. I'm like,
always fights.
Whoa, that is a major injury.
Yeah.
And then I saw the clip of him getting his arm twisted off. And then the guy's really tough. I thought he was gonna give him a good fight, but Pereira, that guy has heat in his hands. Damn.
He don't look like he should be able to punch that hard.
I know, but there's something about him, this fast twitch, like think, like he just got it, I'm definitely hyped up on him. I wanna see what happens in that heavyweight stuff. Like, what is John Jones ducking the guy? I don't know. You guys got to educate me.
Is John Jones ducking Stipe or Tom Aspinall? Is that what you're asking?
Aspinall. Yeah,
I don't know.
That guy, I watched clips of him. I was like, ooh, damn.
I've never seen him fight though. Is he really good?
Yeah, I mean,
he's athletic.
Really
he's
fast
athletic.
hands.
He's a problem.
He throws like 6 punches, you know what I mean, behind each other.
What's up with him?
It's not like a stylistic
what's the deal?
matchup.
Is John Jones ducking Tom Aspinall?
I'm asking.
John Jones the best. I think John Jones is ducking a lot of things. I think he's ducking himself. The problem is he's got a lot of internal issues.
Yeah, he got a lot of internal issues.
So
same issues.
So does he come back and fight
Rampage has his own.
Does he come back and fight Stipe?
I mean, why wouldn't he? Yeah, that's a safer fight. There's some more years on him, and that he's been injured more and damaged more. It's like a very. I would definitely take that fight.
Who would you rather him
When's
see?
the last time Stipe?
I mean, I would like to see Aspinall. I want to see how Jones, because we didn't get to really see. I saw that one fight where he just took the guy down jiu-jitsu 101.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's not the same kind of fight where a guy who is like kind of in his prime and knows how to jiu-jitsu, knows how to kickbox,
wrestle,
and is fat and
just wrestle. I mean,
that would be the strategy, right?
Thing, yeah.
I think that John Jones has all the pieces and could win that fight, but like that's the one I want to see.
I think that's what we're going to see from Jones in heavyweight. I'd be surprised if he actually go out with a different game plan. I think that's what we're going to see.
What I would say, he's dancing, he's kicking, he's dancing, he's kicking, and then the guy gets close enough, he takes him down. Like that. I think that would be the strategy. And then, but the big question for me is John Jones able to keep that cardio level that he always had up at that with all this extra meat on him? Like he's like a big dude now. It's like really weird to see him like just all of a sudden blow up like that. And then how is he going to deal with the third round?
He's a champ.
He's a champ, bro. Undoubtedly, I'm taking nothing from him.
He doesn't waste a lot of energy. John's always fighting like really methodically.
Yeah.
Like that's
the best part about him is that he has like such a technician and so in control of his body. And he's never been like the one punch knockout guy, and he knows that, I think. So he puts up 2 and 3 and kick and does strange knees and grab, and he's poetry in motion for fighting. We can't take none away from him. But like I said, the X factor is the heavyweight. Like, what the hell? Does those skills transfer over? Because like I fought on the same card of him as him, and he was sucked down. Like he was like a Skeletor, on to the scale, and then he would blow back up. But now he's like gonna fight dudes who are like 265. What
does he win? Like 240?
I don't know.
He's big. I saw him doing that tour in Australia or whatever, and he looked a little weathered,
he looked
like tired, and he looks big. I don't know. I think I agree with you though. I'm not a fighter to that level, but I think he's a champion. He'll be able to pull off whatever he wants.
Have you trained with him before, Luke?
Never, no.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
You train with everybody. Yeah, I am. Who would win though? Tom Aspinall or John Jones?
I have no idea. That's a fight.
That's why I want to see it. That's why. I mean, that's
everybody
the one
has
I'm
the same
calling
answer.
for.
Who would win, John Jones or Stipe?
Probably Stipe.
Yeah.
You just saying that because Stipe was on here last week?
No, I like Stipe.
Yeah, I like
I
Stipe.
think everybody
Stipe.
underestimates Stipe's boxing. I think Stipe is older. This is his last fight. He's willing to die in that thing. I think he'll give John Jones something he's not expecting.
Stipe hasn't fought in 4 or 5 years.
That's what
You haven't fought in like 3 years. You
let's-
went and dismantled Joe Schilling's jaw.
How
Man,
long?
yeah, you did. I
it was
saw
1
that.
Yeah,
year.
come on.
Jesus Christ.
1 year ago, I fought actually. Less than a year. Less than a year ago.
That was the
Anyway.
bare knuckle.
Yeah, but just when's the last time Stipe's fought? It's been 5 years. 3 years.
So
That's it.
So
3 years.
So you believe in ring rush?
Oh, yeah. I
Oh, that's
believe
a real
so.
thing?
Yeah.
It's been 4 years since I fought. I was going to do a boxing match, but I don't think it's going to happen.
What? What the hell?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, Shannon died in training or something? No.
He's still alive.
God,
He's still alive.
Yeah, okay, good.
What about the what about you? Would you give us one last fight before you get to it?
I mean, it would be nice, but like sitting here right now, like the schlub that I am, it's not, I mean, what the hell? Who am I going to fight? Jake Paul?
An older guy. The guy
Jake
that-
Paul. You want to fight Jake Paul?
Yeah, why not? I
Yeah, that'd
mean,
be good.
you know
That'd
what
be
I'm
good.
saying?
I'll pay to
that
see
would
that.
be a sick
Big
fight.
money? Yeah.
You think you could beat him in a boxing fight?
Boxing, man, maybe, but
MMA, you don't
MMA.
fight. Yeah.
I would like to see what he's got. Like, holy, you know what I mean?
No,
And
you
he's
fight
versus
Logan.
Dylan
Fight
Dennis.
Logan right now.
No,
He'll
he versus
kick
Dylan
Logan's.
Dennis.
Where
Oh, Dylan
MMA
Dennis.
fight.
Oh my god.
where does Jake Paul
Wait.
go after Mike Tyson?
Wait, what do you mean on
after
Mike
he fights
Tyson?
Mike
I know.
Tyson, you can't where does he go from here? Like,
And what the hell is
say
going to
he-
happen with
say
that
he
fight,
beats him.
Rampage?
Mike Tyson going to fucking knock him out.
Nah, I don't think so, but
You don't think
You
so?
don't think Mike Tyson's gonna win?
Within
Mike
2
Tyson's
rounds,
6
Mike
I
Tyson.
mean, I
lost.
hope he does, but
60 years
I'm
old.
with you guys. I
Jake
hope he
Paul's
does.
good.
Jake Paul is not a slouch, dude. And he's like
good.
big and strong
But-
and young.
but-
and look,
he's
like,
timid though. He is timid.
He's
of
not
course,
scared.
like, you should be.
Mike
But
Tyson been boxing longer than Jake Paul been alive.
I agree with that, but that's not a fucking benefit.
You ever seen that viral? You ever seen that viral video with that old these 2 white people in the ring? The old white man beat the fuck out that young dude.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's what you think is going to happen.
That's what I think is gonna happen.
But okay, yeah, round 1 and 2
Yeah, 3.
and 3
Hey,
and 4.
You know how much harder it
4,
is?
5.
Jake Paul
6.
probably give up before that. He won't make it that.
There's
far.
something about I don't
Come
know.
on, this
but-
dude trains 7 days a week. He is in the best shape of his life.
Get off your homeboy's nuts.
I'm not, but you got to admit the facts. He is in great shape. He's boxing 24/7. Mike Tyson's a complete legend. He's doing this out of sport and to give something of a show to us.
I hope he. Hey, listen. I hope he goes out there. But
What is Mike weighing in at right now?
I don't
He
know.
looks lean. He looks
And then
good.
Jake Paul's going up to isn't he? They
Jake
claim,
Paul
they
is
claim he's-
fucking enormous.
he's
right
trying to
now.
get to 240
I don't know
right
how
now.
the hell
Jake Paul's a
he's
big
like.
dude.
He's
I heard he's trying to get to
huge.
240.
That's gonna be a big mistake on his because he's not going to be used to moving around like that.
Yeah.
Think about it.
No, I agree
Mike can't
with-
be more than 220.
But the footage that I seen
I
of Jake
think
Paul,
less.
he is a lot slower than I ever seen it. Maybe the power punches are harder, but man, he is not as fast as he was at the lighter weight. Like that's a big X factor. It's very interesting. That's why we do the fight, right? Like that's to see what the hell happens, because man, all this pontificating, it's different. I don't know. It's going to be cool. It's coming up, huh?
Yeah,
it's
coming
July.
up. It's in July. It's in Dallas. I mean, speaking of big fights, your first fight was against GSP, right?
Yeah.
How was that for you? Was he
That
already
was
a
a
big
short notice
star for
fight
you?
for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was like, I had just got busted. I was out of jail for like a couple weeks and fought George St. Pierre. Like that's the way I do things, man. And yeah, and on top of that, sucking down to 170 was oh my god, it was like the hardest thing I ever did. Really, like I was like in the thing dying. Like I was like, I cannot believe that I'm doing this right now. I'm taking years off my life right now. And they're like, you're not going to die. I'm like, I wasn't thinking I'm going to die. I must look like I'm going to die right now. And yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. But
year
it
was that?
earned me a lot of, I don't know, 03 or 4 or something.
Debut.
Yeah, it was like, it was one of those things that it was like a moral victory. Where I gained so many fans because I just didn't quit. I just went hard. And I just, no matter what, like I said, if I'm still awake, I can win. And, I fought from the first minute to the last. And it was one of those things that was like a beautiful moment, because I was real bummed. I lost a fight. I was pissed, like, man, what the hell? And I went to the gym and everyone stopped training and I'm like, what's going on? And everybody just like applauded me. I was like, wow, that's beautiful. Like, what the hell? Like, damn, okay, thanks, guys. Because as a fighter, you want to win. You want to win. But, to give your all and get some respect from that, that's something you got to do. That's something that I take my hat off to guys, even if they lose a fight, to be able to like go out on their shield like that, to give everything. Like Gaethje, like, you know, everybody's talking Holloway, but man, you know, he got fucked off in the first round and had to deal with that and just kept coming forward, kept trying to win. And, you know, that's the beauty of mixed martial arts, to give everything.
Yeah. I agree with that.
To get a good show for the fans.
Shit,
too.
you always did that.
Yeah.
Like, you're the best at that.
I like putting on the show.
That's why everybody loves you. You put on the best shows.
I know, man.
Same with you. Same with Luke. I mean, Luke's Paulo Costa fight, he just literally was licking him with blood all over his face and smothering the guy.
Nasty.
Was there someone you wanted to fight you never got a chance to?
Oh, of course. Like, after the damn incident and the damn thing, I was trying to get the Diaz fight for years. It was like a weird thing where I was constantly pestering him. You know, we walked at the same weight, and then his management, you know, it just never happened. So that's that. It's like a weird ass.
Would you fight him now?
Bare knuckle?
I get, what the hell?
Are we talking
you guys
about
signing me up to some big fights?
why- bare knuckle?
Why do you keep talking bare knuckle,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
Bare knuckle's
stop with
crazy.
the bare knuckle. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big
it does
fan of
take
that.
a bit.
It's really a stupid sport. Like, you're the only one laughing about it, but me and Rampage are sitting here.
I think it's
we're
fun.
all. There's no
I know.
technique involved. It's just
It looks
dumb,
crazy.
It's a
There's-
dumb man's
it's
sport.
fun to watch.
There's technique, but it is kind of
It's fun to watch.
You're taking if I can't throw you on the ground, if you get out of position,
You can't
and if you
manage-
fall down and like they let you stop,
Not
and
even
like
kicking,
stamp,
just kicking, maintaining distance. It's like
it's a totally different
there's no-
sport. I know,
yeah,
yeah.
It's a totally different strategy, and I don't like. You got to be like very aggressive, and it's just like you can't be worried about breaking your hand. That will fuck me up the whole
it's
time.
not a
I'd be-
skill sport. It's
Yeah,
just
I'd
like
be
who's
worried
willing
about
to
breaking
lose
my
their
hand all the
face
time.
first. You know, it's
What
like
with your cover and roll, you would be a killer in bare knuckle.
Yeah, I won't let motherfuckers
you
hit
can't
me.
cover
Fuck that.
though. What are you covering with? These
Yeah.
your hands are getting through on everything.
Well, they won't hit you
To a
clean
certain
with the
extent,
cover and
yeah.
roll. They won't hit you clean, but they'll still hit you.
But still, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Little
bare knuckle
shots,
boxing
get
in prison, and the freaking I let the guy punch me, and I hit my own face and gave myself a black eye. So it's like, you know, it's a whole different strategy when you don't have
You get
gloves on.
a lot of fights in there.
Nah,
Were you fighting for your butt or
a
was
little
it,
bit fighting for some butt?
No, fighting for your own butt.
Nah. I
Hey,
was
this one,
definitely
hey,
fighting for some butt, not mine.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
That's what you hear about prison. Like you got to fight to stay a virgin.
That's your boy.
I'm asking questions.
Do you think he wants to say that on live camera?
What do you mean? I got plenty of butts in there.
God, dude. Hey, I heard a clip Joe Rogan talking about Kevin James saying that he knew how to fight and he was actually really good at fighting or training. And you worked with him on
Buddy,
Here Comes the Boom.
listen, I am one of the guys that definitely taught Kevin James how to fight. Like, he
Really?
knows how to fight. He's like, yeah, he's a fat guy, but he's like,
He's
athletic.
athletic. He's good,
very
yeah.
athletic. And, you know, he took to jiu-jitsu pretty well. He learned how to box, kickbox. You know, for that, the whole movie, Here Comes the Boom, like, we totally got him in shape. Like, I got him to lose 100 pounds. Like, it was crazy. And then, you know, I didn't see him for a few months and he gained all that weight back. So it was like, oh, damn, what do we do all that for?
Yeah, he didn't care. He liked to be big. I
Yeah.
used to train with him when he used to shoot that show. What's his name?
King of Queens.
Yeah. I used to train him.
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
an episode with you and Dan Henderson.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Frank
yeah.
Trigg and
Frank Trigg.
That's right. You
Randy-
guys were
yeah.
in the freaking
Ryan
outfit.
Parsons hooked me up with him.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's your boy.
That was my manager. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Are you still doing a lot of movie or TV stuff?
Yeah, well, I'm like now getting back into it where I'm like, I got to get headshots. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
Loco,
gotta do
let's
that.
give him some headshots.
Yeah, we'll do that for you. We got
You know,
logo.
and like, yeah, so I'm starting to like set back up into this kind of world. You know, I kind of like went away, like where I just didn't want to be part of anything. Like, I just wanted to be like away from the spotlight, away from, you know, I just wanted to be like, I completely went like rogue into the hills. Like, oh, I didn't want to be part of anything and just make some weird ass social media content just to like rebel against what was going on. And now I'm like, oh, okay, that's very like immature way of doing it. I have this responsibility. Like I did something with my life where people know who I am. So now I have to do something positive with this and make, you know, and instead of try to like leave it behind me, I have to like do something where it does something good, make a good impact on the world instead of no impact. I tried to be like the media got to me where I was bitter that they covered my things like unfairly, and instead of tried to like hire a PR team and fix it, I went, nah, fuck you guys, fuck everybody. Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. And that was a terrible, that was a terrible idea.
Where you get that advice from? Crazy Ryan?
Yeah. No,
Crazy
man.
Ryan Parsons?
No, not different. He knows what I'm talking about. Different Crazy Ryan.
Oh God, Crazy Ryan stabbed me, man. What the hell?
Did he?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It was one of our training partners.
One of your training partners stabbed you?
Yeah. I've been in a few knife fights in my life, but that was a bad one.
Wait, where was that at?
More than what? Hey, how many times you get?
I don't know. I wasn't counting.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but
is that crazy, huh?
Yeah, tried to kill me.
Hey, how about you just write a book? Just do that.
I know. Yeah, everybody's saying that. Yeah,
do it, man.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I've written a book 3 times, and 3 different times I lost the laptop.
I believe.
One time I had it 300 pages, bro, and the cops gave that crazy lawyer. She got the house raided. And they stole every electronic equipment from our house. Took everything. So I was like, oh, well, there's another book down the drain. Yeah, and yeah.
Whatever happened to her?
And then that,
I don't know. Your neighbor, wasn't it?
No, they was new.
No.
It was new. I never seen her. I never seen her again after that. She could walk past me right now. I wouldn't remember what the fuck she looked like. But she came over that night. That was my first time. I had heard about this crazy woman. But I don't think I've seen her.
She came over when?
That night. The night that I dipped from the cops. Yeah.
The last time I saw him. That was the last time I saw him.
Wait, before we get off that thing, how did they ever end up finding you that night?
Oh,
You couldn't breathe.
I thought they were gone. So I went back to the house and took a shower. I was in his hot tub. I don't know what was growing in there. But yeah, I went back to that house. Yeah. I went back to that house and man, they kicked the door with shotguns. Yeah. Dogs and everything. Yeah.
I left the side door.
I heard the helicopter leave. I know I should have stayed at your house.
I left the side door open.
My bad. Well, I appreciate it, but it didn't work out for me. They finally got me out.
So you went. How long did they get you that time?
That was just like, I don't know. That was like a little skid bid. Yeah, that was.
Did you go back to her?
Like 6 months.
Did you go back to her afterwards?
Yes.
Oh my God!
I know. You can't make this shit up, bro.
After the helicopter searching,
is that even legal? Like,
buddy,
how does the cops even allow this?
Repeatedly, bro. I was stuck in this relationship, dude, where I was like, but I love her.
Did it happen again?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're back to jail after?
Hell yeah. Listen, she told me to go get it. She said, hey, she said, you know what? Give me my fucking car, because she had popped the tires on my car. And I know. She popped the tires on my car, told me, go give me some cigarettes. And I was like, oh, fine. Called the car in, stole it.
Oh my God.
What? I know.
God,
and then I know.
That's kind of good.
And then came and visited me in jail. Like, she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it." She was always fixing something.
But why would she do that,
buddy? It was to keep me. She she needed me.
She's like, she cheating on her or something.
But no, she just is like, oh man.
What really made you go back? Was she eating your ass?
Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
I would go straight back.
Oh my!
Hey, just baby it up. Hey, double.
Happy baby. Oh my God, love that.
Man would go to sleep.
I know. Downward dog with her nose tickling my back hair. Oh my God, you guys get wild on this show, damn. It's like worse than Howard Stern.
Luke's getting excited out here. Downward dog. Here comes Mr. Venice Beach.
Yeah, Luke was like, okay, now I understand why you're
now it's acceptable. Are you okay now?
At first he was on the fence. He was like, damn, man, I'm crazy. Then he's like, okay, I understand.
Now it's all good. Bro, I heard
you can knock, but you can't come in. We all appreciate a good knock.
little butt dart with a tongue. Oh my goodness, bro.
It's gonna bro.
Anyway, how many times you go to jail for her?
Yeah. With this girl, dude. I never want to hear about this girl again.
Yeah, me neither, bud. Me neither.
Bro, hey, what if she? What if you come to her today? What would you do?
Listen, bud, I would say, hey, my creditreport.com says you got a couple of credit cards in my name still.
She's still running your name.
Yeah.
Wait.
I
Pause.
know.
Time out.
I shouldn't say this online.
We gotta take her into
Should we
Bully
take that out?
Beatdown.
Yeah.
Should we take that
Nah,
out?
I'm done.
All right.
Fuck.
All right. So
Now you guys got me all fired up.
No worries. I heard on the forums that you took a heavyweight fight because someone was paying for your bills or something. Is that true?
What?
You fought someone.
What?
You fought a heavyweight because I'm not paying for your attorney fees or court
Oh
fees.
yeah. Listen, bud. Back in the day, I will fight anybody, anywhere, all the time. Like I recently have fixed that, like because I got in too much bar fights. I would say, if you're gonna fight me, I will fight you right now, and it didn't matter. You know what I mean? So yeah, that heavyweight. I fought a guy who's like 400 pounds. Yeah, he was a big monster of a guy. And at the weigh-in, you know, he just looked like a used car salesman, you know? But then at the stare down in the ring, I was like, walked out and was like, ah, shit, this guy's enormous. You know, I was like, oh, great. And I kicked him. It was like kicking a refrigerator. He did not move. You know, usually my front kick, if I get you with a good one, buddy, you're moving. But man, it just was like a brick, and I took him down and choked him out. Yeah, that was a rough one. I would do any kind of fight all the time. That was what I was infamous for.
Unreal.
Yeah.
As we get ready to wrap this up, I want to say first
Damn,
of all,
bro,
thank
we
you for
already
coming
did that.
on.
That shit flew by, bro.
It flew by.
Oh my
We're
god.
We're gonna end it with
half.
you had some of the craziest entrances. Dream, Strike Force. They
Yeah,
both
yeah.
one of the clips. I want to get Luke's reaction to these things. I mean, where did you get the ideas for these concepts?
I would like, I don't know, it's like maybe in another life I was a theater kid or something, because I always thought of these like crazy like pageantry type.
Run this one.
To me,
Dream
again,
16.
I come from the old school WWF style where you have like big pageantry where you come out and you just do, like a big entrance, like back in the gladiator days, they would have, what?
I can remember this.
Oh, hell yeah. I look super fly in this
You like
outfit.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, always.
Were you sponsored by Tap Out at the time?
Yeah, but I think I'm like one of the only guys to have a affliction deal and a tap out deal back in the day.
Looking
Yeah.
like Sakuraba with the ear all taped
Oh
up,
yeah,
too.
I did. No, I fought Sakuraba. That's why I had the ear taped up as a little homage.
Was
To
this,
that.
was this the Sakuraba?
Yeah, yep, I believe so.
Wait, look at the camera.
this
Oh
one's so
my
good.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wait, you did a coordinated
Bro,
choreographed
TikTok.
dance?
Bro, I was TikTok before TikTok, dog.
You
Yeah,
were.
I was
What
all
song
about
is
it.
this?
I don't know, like Lava Lava by Boys Noise.
How many of those girls were your girlfriends, actually?
I don't know, like at least 2.
Where'd you get the outfits from? You had a coordinator for all that?
Yeah. See, in Japan, they put some.
There's that play.
Yeah, nice. That was awesome, bro.
This
That was
was
you know what? That was one of my
Jabberwockies.
best ones, man. This one was really good.
I never seen this one.
This
Yeah.
one, I remember this one.
Bro, this
Yeah.
is crazy. You did
know.
a full-on dance.
I know.
This is full
It
theater.
really like relaxed me because after you like,
Did
you know,
it?
you have the anxiety of the fight, right? But then you dance it out of you, and then you're good. You're good. It always helped me. It always helped me in my fights was to do something crazy beforehand.
Would the promotions go nuts for you to doing this? Like,
Yeah,
they loved
hell
it, right?
yeah, bro. They were super into it. It was like, the fans really appreciate this kind of thing because,
Yeah.
when you put some effort into your fight, to me, it was performance art. Like the whole entire fight became about not just the fight. It became about everything. The the fight, and then the post. It had to be like all cohesive, like
Yeah.
tell a story,
Were your sponsorship deals big back then, like with Tap Out?
Yeah.
Were they paying you a lot of money?
Yeah, I made some good money. This is like a different era where you could sell out your shorts and this
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of thing, and it was really beneficial. If you were popular, you could really. I know that UFC took away the guys' sponsorships 10 years some ago, and I don't know. I don't think it benefits the fighters in particular because
They lost so much money.
So much.
because now all the fighters are just reliant upon the
Crazy.
meager earnings to the UFC monopoly lets you have.
Think about it. You could have like at least 5 sponsors, right?
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
There's
Like
a fight
just
you and Strikeforce with your logos all over the shorts.
Yeah,
it was like $1 million fight. I heard
in the UFC. In the UFC, you're getting paid for title fights. You can get
what is this?
hey the best.
Come on, bud.
Bro,
it was
they
not
love
enough- it was
Sakuraba.
not-
You
I know.
showing Sakuraba like that?
I know.
I bet you pissed out. You pissed off some of the administrators.
Yeah.
They love Sakuraba.
I know
bro.
they do. Yeah. It was, but he was like one of those guys that did that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He would do the same thing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? For it to shift over and let me do it, it was like kind of a big deal.
Did you know he was a chain smoker when you fought him?
Yeah. I mean, look, I get it. My old man would smoke like a pack of cigarettes and run 12 miles. So it's like a weird thing that certain people can get away with.
I was always trying to figure out how you get away with that shit.
I know, yeah.
I can't-
weird.
I
like,
can't do
me
it.
neither, yeah.
I think it's a mental thing.
I think so, huh?
Yeah.
Like your lungs, eventually your lungs give out though, but
I don't think it's mental.
I think it's mental, bro.
I think you have to work harder physically too.
yeah.
For real?
Yes.
I'm sure he worked hard, but he was a chain smoker, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a cigarette like every 5 minutes.
Did you ever smoke during a fight?
Not during the fight, but I guarantee you he smoked right before his fight. If you addicted to nicotine like that,
Yeah.
I did a movie with him, and every 5 minutes he had to go take a
The
smoke
hell,
break.
you're in the movie?
Yeah, they put me in a
Out
movie
there?
in Japan. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, he kicked the
That's
shit out of me
badass.
in the movie.
That's crazy.
Really?
yeah,
you got
I was-
beat up by Sakuraba in the
Yeah,
movie?
I think I was a black yakuza, like maybe like a slave. So they didn't tell me the whole goddamn thing. You know,
You don't even know.
Yeah, they don't.
Like,
Yakuza or a slave? It's like
No.
They give him the
Yakuza's a
script.
gang, a
They
slave
give him
tribe.
the script and it's all squiggly lines. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, it was all in Japanese, but they told me that I was yakuza. But when I went there, it looked like I was a slave. Is what I'm trying to say. And then the fucked up part was, it was like, oh, okay, you got a fight scene with Sakuraba, and I didn't know Sakuraba was the star of the movie.
He's beating up slaves.
It was me and a couple other black guys there, and he was fighting other people too, but. I'm doing moves and shit, and they giving me doing my moves, and then I watch the movie. It just shows me getting the shit beat out of me. They don't show anything I
The
did.
edit. You lost the edit.
Oh my
Man,
god!
Sakuraba comes back and just smokes a cigarette.
Yeah.
Just kick the shit out of me.
Unreal, dude. To watch the exchange, the memories, the timeline here. I mean, that's one
That was
of the
buck
main
ass
things
wild
here.
right there. Yeah. I'm so glad you guys had me on, man.
I mean, this is what we love, and I know we do this a lot, but I truly love this. Like having all this MMA community together and people being able to see this history and hear it from you guys. You guys all lived it. I mean, this is what the podcast is all about.
Yeah. You guys are doing a great job here, man.
Yeah.
Every time I see a clip, I'm like, wow, they're doing it.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we
trying
have
to.
fun.
Yeah.
We have fun here.
I mean, mainly it's Rampage coming through and just kind of just organizing and structuring.
Bro,
us
I
out.
don't. He's lying. He's capped. I don't do shit. I come here and I sit
I know.
down.
He came here, he ate a plate of Calbee and then came and did the podcast.
Calbee.
I saw what you did.
What is cow beef?
Rampage is eating a bowl of little short rib.
I was starving.
He's got,
No
it,
man-
he's
no
got
man
his girl
fast.
feeding him short rib over
I
here
was
at the
gonna come.
table.
I was gonna come
You
fuck
see
with
that?
him before
He
the
doesn't even
podcast.
use his hands.
But when I see him eating, I'm like, nah, I ain't fucking
Bro,
with him.
man, please tell me you saw that. He leaves
Yeah.
his hands on the table and the girl feeds him the short rib.
Buddy,
That's crazy.
I didn't want to lose a finger.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I was starving. I couldn't sleep last night. I was weird.
You were nervous?
I
I was anxious for this too,
Yeah,
bro.
I couldn't sleep.
I was pretty excited. I was like, I couldn't sleep either. Yeah.
I didn't sleep till like 5, 6 a.m.
Buddy, me too.
First time seeing him in that long?
Well, I haven't seen, but what?
First time
Well,
seeing him
yeah, I
in that
haven't
long.
seen him in like 7 years. But hey, we was training during 9/11, right?
Yeah.
You remember when the planes hit the building?
Yeah.
We was in
What?
Big Bear.
I thought I was dreaming.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep that. We was in bunk beds, right? I couldn't sleep that night either.
And you kept farting. Jesus Christ.
Ah, you full of
Fuck.
cap.
I was like, why the hell am I on the top bunk? He was gassing me out. Oh my God, bro.
why you lying on me,
Trust
man?
me.
You were
it's
doing
a
that?
memory.
I don't believe that.
Bro,
I don't believe I was
It's
farting.
not his fault, bro. Just like, we had
Probably
too
the
much
food.
beans at that camp.
Yeah, it was probably the food. But the night of 9/11, that's when we first started training together
Yeah.
in Big Bear. And I couldn't sleep. It was on the news. I got to sleep with TV on. And
Yeah.
I saw it when it happened on the news.
Yeah.
I
I thought I was dreaming. I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell is that? Like I heard all that.
Yeah.
That was a weird,
That was-
weird moment in time.
Yeah, that was probably one of the craziest moments in American history.
Yeah.
Unforgettable moment.
We
So,
were in high school.
yeah, I was
You know what?
young. I was like
Fuck
10,
y'all.
brother.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah,
He
fuck
was
y'all.
like-
Yeah,
he was-
fuck y'all.
Yeah, I was literally 10. I remember watching on the way to school. My dad said, no, you got to stay home. This has never happened in the U.S. before. I thought he was messing around with me. I was like, what is this? And, obviously, since we're on that topic, big shout out to all the first responders and the firefighters and everybody who lost their lives, of course. And that's a pivotal moment in the U.S. I think that's when the country kind of rallied together a little bit, which is always good.
Yeah. We came together a little bit.
So one thing I want to say, Mayhem, for coming on here, I really do appreciate you. I appreciate the stories. Hopefully we can have you back out here. You see the JAXXON gym we built here at the JAXXON house. Yeah. Hopefully Rampage, we'll figure out a lot of people are asking in the podcast Discord, so I definitely don't want to get off this, is Rampage fighting? What's going on with the fight? We're going to update everybody on Rampage's boxing fight on the next episode. We're also going to update it in the JAXXON podcast Discord, and we'll have Rampage release a little statement on what he's doing and his fight and who he's fighting and what's going on there. And then obviously Luke's back, so he'll be on another couple episodes, and he'll be one of the official co-hosts. We have TJ Dillashaw coming, and we just launched our brand new Cuban 8mm on JAXXON. And if you use promo code podcast50, you get $50 off your entire order. Go check it out. That's what's kind of fueling and funding the show here, so we can have a little bit of fun throughout the day, and those guys in the front can work on Excel spreadsheets. So I appreciate everybody coming by. Rampage always best dress award today for sure. Showing up like a Viagra is one of a kind.
Oh, fuck.
And it's definitely
sharp.
Yeah, you're pretty sharp. And Mayhem, toast.
God bless
Good to see you healthy. Good to see you happy.
Thanks, man.
That's it, boys. JAXXON Podcast. We out.